Hey, how's it going, fellow Trojans and loyal vassals? So, today we're gonna be taking a look at the most cutest Figma my eyes have ever laid upon. And the smallest. Like, really small. Hold on, can I get a comparison? Well, first of all, look at this. I can hold him in between my two fingers. Look at this guy. Look how tiny he is. He looks like a little graham cracker. I believe he's a roughly 2 inches. Here's like a 5-inch figure, roughly. And if you were to stack three of these guys, maybe, you'd probably get about 5 inches. So I'm going to say 2 inches. So he's very tiny, very cute, and probably one of the weirdest Figmas that Max Factory has ever manufactured. Why Ted, of all characters, I do not understand, because the movie is very vulgar, not kid-friendly. That is until I found out that apparently the Japanese dub of Ted is actually, I guess they redid his lines to make Ted sound more kid-friendly, something along those lines. I'm not exactly sure if they edited or blurred anything else in the movie, which, by the way, I haven't seen Ted 2. I've only seen the first movie. I mean, I liked it, it's whatever. It's whatever that says about me, it's out there. But I like the first movie, whatever. I haven't seen Ted 2. I have no desire to see it anytime in the future. Who knows? Maybe if I stumble upon it, I'll watch it. But anyways, so yeah, we got this Ted here. And I don't normally show the box of a Figma or any figures because I don't think it's that important. But the box itself is small enough to just about fit in frame. So I figured let's just put it in the background. And look how tiny this Figma, this is the smallest Figma box too in general, and I really like the whole color scheme. Kind of reminds me of Christmas for some reason, the white and green, all you're missing is red. Number 290, here is a variety of quote-unquote poses, because as you can tell he doesn't really have much limbs or like elbow or knee joints, essentially what I'm trying to say. But I guess you're just gonna have to be creative. Think of it like a miniature Nendroid, pretty much. That's how I look at it. And he's just ridiculously adorable. I can't even stress this enough. It's just, look at him. He can fit in the palm of my hand. Look how tiny that is. That's adorable. And I'm very much tempting to buy 3 more of these guys just to have them around and to get some of their accessories. I don't know, where should I... Let's just look at this figure first of all. So you know what's interesting is that Reveltech, or Vulcanlog as how they're branded now, they're actually going to make their own Ted Reveltech figure. And I saw like the prototypes, and it looks like it's going to be more articulate, or it's going to have more articulation than this Ted. Because I noticed that the Reveltech one actually was going to have like elbow hinges. I'm not sure. I didn't see any knee joints, but I just noticed that he did have elbow hinges, and he definitely looked more lively than this Figma Ted. But that doesn't really bother me too much, because I'm gonna probably end up getting it too, because this guy is ridiculously adorable. Like, even if you don't know who Ted is or what the character is or his background, just having this little adorable teddy bear to have for your figures to like play around with is just adorable. Anyways, onto the detail. What I was mentioning is that he has very like patches of fur, but for some reason it kind of like I don't know, in person anyways, it feels like, you see kind of right there, it kind of smooths out, like the texture doesn't stay like on. It's only in certain areas. Like I feel like it's more noticeable in person, specifically I guess around the face area, like right around here. You notice how there's no fur texture. And I definitely appreciate like how they have little texture at the bottom of the feet. They probably could have gotten away with not doing that, but that's kind of interesting. Or you can even see the seam lines, because he is a teddy bear after all. You can see the seam lines right there below his foot and along the sides right here. See that? There. And there's the Figma peg hole stand. Kind of ruins the aesthetic from the back, but what you can do. Overall, just plain adorable. I can't stay mad at this figure, which, by the way, he's priced at I believe 2,000 yen, something around the range, and in US dollars, I believe that's $18. I don't know, around that range. I think it's worth it. I'm just gonna say. I mean, sure, maybe it could have been $15, but you know what? Look at this guy. You can't say no to that face. And plus, he comes with a few other very significant accessories that you can have your figures holding. Moving on to articulation, though, he has actually. I'll start at the head. He has this very ingenious. It's very subtle, but you can actually move his eyebrows up and down. That's pretty neat. Look at that. So you can actually have him more expressive because he does come with 3 face plates or what was it, muzzle faces. This happy face, these 2 faces, and you can actually expand your expression horizon with these little eyebrows. The fact that you can actually have him looking angry for a second there, or you can have him being apologetic and pleasant to look at. So there's that. And he only has like every single part of his shoulders, legs, and his head all utilize the same joint. I'm sorry I have to do this, but I gotta show the people here that this is the joint that he has on each part of his body, where it's it's on a ball joint hinge pegged onto the body, and it's the same on every other part. Same right here, see, kind of right there. There's the ball joint hinge pegged into the shoulder. And the same can be said at the legs, although the legs aren't really going to be doing you much because it's not really posable per se. I mean, you can have him doing because on the box it has him doing kind of like a running pose right here, and that's kind of more like an illusion of, and that's kind of more like an illusion because the picture that's being taken here is kind of like at an angle from the side, and he's kind of because you can't really get him running. You have to do something like that. If you're going to be taking a picture like that, you're going to have to have it at an angle with his head looking up and having the right stuff. Anyways, there's that. It's, it's nothing too crazy, but like I said, if you just got to be creative. See that? You just got to be creative with the articulation. You can get quite a bit of expressions out of him. I had a ton of fun actually posing this guy. Posing, per se. You'll see in the slideshows, I got some funny, interesting poses out of him. And I also took him to work with me. I managed to take a few images at work because I didn't want to get in trouble. But this guy's fun to pose per se. As far as accessories go, as you kind of see, it's already in the background over there. Actually, you know what? I forgot. Oh crap. I'll find it later. He has his own unique Figma stand. I'll show you at the end. But he comes with these 2 muzzles. This is kind of like a serious muzzle, but again, you can make it look sad or angry, depending on how you have the eyebrows. It'll be whatever you want it to be. He has this smiling face. And that's about it. This face in particular, I like the most because his mouth is open, and it just seems more expressive, like he's talking, and that's pretty cute. So there's that. You can swap out his hands, and each of these hands actually came with this little thing. I don't understand why exactly. It doesn't really need to be there. Maybe there's a reason. But you can take it off. Well, I'm not going to do it now, but you can take this piece off and then attach it to that Figma joint. And this is actually the holding hand for it, because it has a little peg here for his other accessories. These 2 other hands, which kind of act like the same like this hand, but instead of pegging it on, you can actually hold this is actually exclusively for the beer bottles. You can see it right here. Oh, actually, no, not there. Right here, like this one, where he's holding it at the base of the neck, the beer. Or if you have other figures, you can actually make him hold other stuff. Like here's this random baseball bat. Well, it's not random. It's from another figure, but you can actually have him holding this baseball. Let's see if I can real quick. There you go. Something like that. So that's pretty cool. So if you have any other Figmas with accessories, you can probably have them holding stuff, and that's neat. There's that, and these hands, which kind of look similar to the holding hands, but these are just plain old hands. You can have them wrapped around his waist, or have him doing kind of running expressions. You just got to be very creative how you use these hands. So yeah. These 2 feet parts to have him sitting down, as again you can see in the box he has these sitting downs. So there's this. I actually kind of wish he came with kind of like Nendroids. I kind of wish he came with a molded bent knee, so you can have him actually running, make him look like he's running. But that's unfortunate. But that's this. And the cream of the crop, we have a generic beer looking. I apologize for the little. It's not actually supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be straight. They gave you this. It's actually in the box. I don't want to take it out now, but it came with 2 sets of stickers that you actually have to apply onto this little beer bottle, and it's gonna be kind of a pain. I actually had to hold onto the tape. I mean the sticker here, so it would actually stay in place. Because when I just placed it on, it would actually come off. So I actually hold it on, and this one unfortunately moved because I was moving around like when I was holding it with one of these hands. I kind of like moved it a certain way, and I guess the sticker just moved along with it. But that kind of sucks. I kind of wish this wasn't the case, like it was just printed on or something. I don't know. I just kind of wish they would do it for you, because this is more of a hassle. So there's that. And of course, what Ted could be without his bong? That is very interesting. I can't believe we've come to the point where Figmas come with bongs, or at least this guy does, which very much further makes me want to get three other guys of him just for these accessories for beer bottles and bongs. So there's that, and here's this little peg right here, I believe. Yeah, right here, so you can have him holding it in this hand, right there. There you go. And that's everything. Hold on, let me go find the Figma stand real quick. Alright, I found the Figma stand. It's what makes this very unique is that it's specially made for him. It's kind of like a combination of an Android stand, this whole thing right here, with a regular Figma stand to compensate for his size. Because again, he is about 2 inches, so you have to place him here and then move this at the back of his head. And there you go, you have him. Well, that's a very awkward pose. You have his own stand. That's adorable. So again, I highly implore you to get this guy purely for the fact that he comes with a bong and a beer bottle. And he's freaking adorable. I mean, you don't even have to like the movie Ted to own this figure. This could just be a plain old teddy bear for all you care, and you could have him displayed with your other figures as a little adorable companion. With bong and beer. I mean, what else is there in life than that? Alright, Ted. It's time to show off to people the poses that you can do, or poses, per se. Yeah. See you guys later.